So in this video, I'm gonna try Shopify Dropshipping without using any of my money. What is up YouTube, it's your boy Jay Rich back at it with another video. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. So I talk about a lot in my videos how you guys can start Shopify Dropshipping with little to no money from the start. And I recently did a video talking about how you guys can start Shopify Dropshipping with $0, so none of your money. And I wanted to do this video for me to actually do it. So instead of just talking about it, I wanted to put my money where my mouth is. And I guess that really doesn't make sense because I'm not really using my own money. So I guess what I really mean to say is that I'm gonna actually do this. So instead of just talking the talk, I'm gonna walk the walk.
Walk it like I talk it, walk it, walk it like I talk it, walk it, walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it.
So if you guys didn't see the video where I talked about how you guys should dropship with no money, the strategy and method is very simple. It's what I call the revenue share agreement, meaning you exchange revenue with the influencer in exchange of them to promote your website or your product. So although this method and strategy is very simple and easy to understand, it isn't that simple to actually implement it. The hardest part is gonna be to find the influencer that's gonna be down for this strategy. A lot of these influencers nowadays wanna get paid up front, so you're gonna have to contact a bunch to hopefully find a few or a couple or even one that's gonna be down. So I'm gonna show you guys step by step how I personally do this in order to implement this strategy successfully. So the total rundown of what's gonna go down for this strategy is number one, of course, I have to find a product, then I have to build the store, then I have to find the influencers, then I have to contact the influencers, then I have to negotiate with them, then hopefully get a couple or a few or even one to promote, and then hopefully get some sales. So I could talk to you guys all day about how to do this, but I want to actually show you guys. So without further ado, let's go straight into it. So for the product, I picked this LED makeup mirror, and I picked this product because it's in the beauty niche, and there's a ton of influencers in that beauty niche. So for this strategy, I usually pick the niches that have the most amount of influencers, because for the strategy, it's going to be a numbers game, and you're probably going to hear me say it a lot. It's a numbers game, meaning that you have to contact a bunch of influencers in order for a few to be down. So this is not something where you could contact only 10 influencers and then most of them are going to be down. This is a strategy where you have to contact 100 influencers for 5, 10, or even less than that to be down. So I want this to be in your mind so you guys do not expect a bunch of influencers to be down for the strategy, because they are not. So I want to make that very, very clear. So the more influencers that you contact, the more that potentially will be down. So you want to definitely find a niche that has a ton of influencers. So now that I have the product, it's then time to create the Shopify store. And I know what some of you guys are thinking that are watching this video: how can you make a store? How can you do this all with no money when Shopify costs 29 bucks a month? Shopify has a free trial. The free trial is currently 14 days. So I have 14 days to make money with the store until I am charged. And the quick and easy and simple trick to do this is after I create the store, I'll then pick a plan. Then I'll enter my credit card information, but I will not be charged until after the 14th day. So all you have to do is pick a plan, enter your credit card or debit card information, and you will not be charged until after the 14th day. So I highly recommend this simple and easy trick so you guys can use this free trial to your complete advantage. So without further ado, I'm gonna create the store. Alright, so I just finished creating the website. Now it's time to move on to the most important step by far, and that is to find and contact the influencers. So without further ado, let's go. So a super easy and free way to find Instagram influencers, as I mentioned earlier in my previous videos, is by using the suggested feature. So for example, I'm gonna go to my girlfriend's Instagram page, and all I literally have to do is click the down button, and this is gonna give me a bunch of suggested Instagram accounts that are related to hers. So as you can see, you could just keep scrolling and scrolling to discover influencers that are related to this page. Now for this strategy specifically, huge Instagram accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers to millions of followers are probably not going to be interested in the revenue share agreement because they're used to getting a ton of money from brands up front. So I definitely recommend focusing on smaller influencer accounts ranging from 30,000 followers to a few 100,000 followers because they're more likely to be down for this strategy. After I'm done finding the influencers, I'll organize them on a spreadsheet with their username and their email. Then I'll write out the email to be sent out to them, and the first sequence will be the email that will be sent out to each influencer, and the second sequence will be the email that will be sent out if the influencer does not reply after a certain amount of days. Then I'll just connect that spreadsheet to an email software to mass contact the influencers and automatically follow up if they don't reply. So now all of the emails have officially been sent out to all of the influencers. So it's been about a day since I contacted the influencers, and I just went through the replies, and unsurprisingly, a lot of the influencers declined the offer. The reason being because a lot of them said that they do not do affiliate only deals, that they only do it if they're getting paid. And a good amount of influencers had managers, so the managers responded and said that the influencers only do paid collaborations. And that is another thing I wanted to mention. If the influencer is using a manager, more than likely 100% of the time, the manager is always going to decline this offer. The influencer managers only get paid if they're getting paid based off like an upfront fee for a promotion. You know, if it's an affiliate or any kind of partnership, it's hard for them to get their piece of the pie, and so they're going to almost always decline that offer. So just keep that in mind when dealing with influencer managers. But for the most part, the influencers that do respond are just the influencers themselves. So if you could contact the influencers one-on-one, you have a higher chance than if you were talking to their manager. But the good news is I did get 4 influencers that are interested in the offer, and it's only been about a day, and influencers sometimes take a few days or even longer to respond. But I'm only gonna focus on these 4 influencers for now because I'm really trying to get this video done in the least amount of time as possible. So the next step is super important. So for those of you that see my YouTube video where I talked about this strategy is a little bit different from that video. So in that video, I talked about the revenue share agreement, meaning a mutual agreement between you and the influencer. So basically just like you're getting the influencer to be your partner in the business. This strategy is going to be a little bit different for this video because there are multiple influencers involved, and that would be really complex to do that strategy because it will be super hard to find out and track exactly what sales are coming from each influencer. But that strategy that I went over in the video is good if you just have one influencer because you'll just split the revenue with that one influencer. So it's really not complicated. But if it's multiple influencers, it's pretty hard to track where everything's coming from. So this specific strategy will be more like an exclusive affiliate program for the influencers. So the influencers will get their affiliate link before they promote, and then when they promote, I can see exactly how much sales and revenue they brought in and then pay them according to that. So what I need to do right now is first create an affiliate program on Shopify for free since I'm not using any money, and then I need to respond back to the influencers that said they were interested, then get them to sign up on the affiliate program, then they'll get their affiliate links and then they'll promote, and then hopefully we get some sales. So without further ado, let's go straight into it. So there's tons of great affiliate apps on Shopify that you can implement on your store, but I had to find a really good one for free. And the first one that I did find was this app, but the thing is I didn't really like the design of it. So the next free affiliate app that I did find was by Ecom, and it actually looks a lot better and it has tons of good reviews. And the best thing about it is that their free plan literally offers all the features that I need, so this is the free affiliate app that I'm going to use. And setting up this affiliate app is extremely easy. To sum it all up, all you need to do is sign up, then edit your affiliate percentage amount that you want to offer to your affiliates, or in this case the influencers. And by default they have the affiliate percentage amount at 10%, so literally all I'm going to do is change the name to the influencer partner program and change that affiliate percentage amount to 50%. So then after the affiliate account is officially created, I'll then email the influencer this, basically instructing them to sign up to get their affiliate link and then enter their PayPal email to get paid. So it's been a little over 24 hours since I sent the affiliate programs to the 4 influencers, and only 2 of them signed up and are ready to go. The other 2 haven't responded yet, and that's the thing I want you guys to know when dealing with influencers, that it takes a bit of time. So since you're communicating back and forth with the influencer, you have to wait for them to respond before moving on. And some influencers take days or even weeks to respond, so they're super busy. So keep that in mind when dealing with influencers. So I'm just gonna focus on these 2 influencers for now, since they're the only ones signed up and ready to go. They have their affiliate links and everything. I'm gonna send them a picture of the product to post on their story with their affiliate link, and then I also let them know that they can include their affiliate link in their bio if they want to, but they don't have to. And then hopefully with all of that, we get some sales. So I do want to mention that I also let them know, and I made it very clear that they can discontinue, they can terminate and stop promoting this whenever they want to. So there is no terms or any binding contract for a certain amount of days or anything. They could start promoting it today and then stop tomorrow, next week, or next month. It's totally up to them. And make sure you make this very clear with the influencer, because a lot of them will not do this if it's a term or a binding contract, meaning that they have to do this for a certain amount of days or anything. So make sure that it's very clear to the influencer. And a lot of these influencers will continually promote if they continually make money. So the same goes with anything. If you yourself join an affiliate program and you continually make money with it, you're probably going to continually promote it. But if you stop making money with it, or you don't make any money at all with it, you're probably not going to promote it anymore. And the same goes as to these influencers. So I'm expecting them to promote for at least 24 hours. So I'm going to judge performance based off of 24 hours. So I will see you guys either tomorrow or the next day. So I'm super excited to see what the results are going to be. So without further ado, let's get this money. So it's been well over 24 hours, and the 2 influencers actually posted this morning at around 8 a.m. And these are the 2 story posts the influencers posted on their story. And from that, I was able to do a little over $1,000 in sales. Let me just refresh this. It's now around 10:57 p.m. so just around 11 p.m. California time, and I was able to do a little over 1,000 sales in less than a day. So that's just the total sales. So let's go over all the expenses so we can get the total profit. So the total sales was $1,099.76. The total influencer payouts was $549.88. The product and shipping cost was $373.92. So that leaves a total profit of $175.96. So the profit margin for this example was just about 16%. So I do want to go over some tips that you guys should use so that you can increase your profits whenever you implement this strategy going forward. So the first tip I do want to go over is to lower the cost of the product or cost of goods. So for this example, the product that I used for this store was around $15 to $17, including shipping price on AliExpress. So that is not that good at all. So when your product price is that expensive, it's kind of hard to get profits, because you have to price it, from $30 to $50, and if it's that much, it eats away your profits. So ideally, you want a product that is lower than that, and ideally lower than $10, so that way you have a lot of room to make more money. The second tip I want to go over is to increase your selling price as much as possible. So I actually did that for this example. After I got 10 orders, I increased the product price by $10 from $39.99 to $49.99, which is not that big of a difference, but if you get a lot of orders, it adds up quickly and it equals to more profit in your bank account. The final tip I want to go over is to decrease the influencer's revenue share by as much as you can. So for this example, the influencer's revenue share was 50%, which is pretty high, but I know if it's around that 50% range, more influencers are motivated to accept that offer. But ideally, if you could lower it to even 30%, that saves you a ton of money and increases your profits dramatically. So to pay the influencers is super easy, since like I said earlier, this is basically like an affiliate program. All you have to do is go to the affiliate app that I created on my Shopify account and then pay the influencers via PayPal. So I usually tell the influencers that I pay them once a month, because that gives me more than enough time to deal with any refunds or any issues with the orders. So you definitely don't want to pay the influencers like every day or every week, because if you have to deal with a refund or any issue with the order, that comes out of your pocket. So you definitely want to have enough time to deal with any issues with the orders, and once a month gives me plenty of time for that. And lastly, to pay for the orders, so basically fulfill the orders on AliExpress, all you have to do is wait for your Shopify payout to arrive to you, and your first payout usually takes 7 days, and anything after that takes every 3 days for you to get paid. So worst case scenario, just wait 7 days for your first payout, then use that money to pay for the order. But ideally, I suggest that if you have a credit card, that you use that now so that your customers aren't waiting more time for their orders. But worst case scenario, as I said, if you have no money or don't want to use any of your money, then just wait for Shopify Shopify to pay you out and then use that money to pay for the orders. And the last thing I do want to say is after you get your first couple sales, go out and buy your own domain name. So you definitely do not want to have the .myshopify.com domain name forever. You can get away with it at first because the influencer is solely promoting it themselves, but ideally you want to have your own domain name because it looks more legit and it looks a lot better than .myshopify.com. So that is the video, you guys. I hope you guys got some insane value from it. I honestly felt like I went over a lot in detail, step by step, so I hope you guys actually learn the strategies and have more ideas going forward from watching this video. This challenge was a success. I was able to make almost $200 by just using 2 influencers in less than a day, and the best part about it, I didn't use none of my money. And the crazy thing about it, this was just from 2 influencers, and in the last 3 days, over 10 influencers responded and said they were interested. So I'm actually going to try to scale this business up. So let me know if you guys like this video and want me to film a second part to this video on YouTube. So I definitely recommend experimenting with this strategy if you guys don't have a lot of capital to start dropshipping, because it literally costs you nothing. So for those of you that are new to my channel, before I close out each video, I always give out an inspirational quote. And today's quote is, don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. And until then, my friends, be great.